Okay, folks, gonna make an attempt at this. Today we're gonna be cleaning what we call a rabbit. Some say a hare, which is a nocturnal kind of way of saying it, but a rabbit. Today I went out and went rabbit hunting. This is the time of year when I get out there and like to enjoy the outdoors, what God has created, to give an opportunity, to have experience of fun, whether or not I kill anything or see anything. It's just the nature of being out there with God and what He's created. So here's the first process of what we're going to do when we clean a rabbit. And I said wabbit, not rabbit, but wabbit. First of all, I've got him in my coat here. We're going to take in what we call the skinning process. This process is very somewhat tedious in a sense. Here it is right here. Of course, this is rated PG-13. Just for the faint at heart. If you can't watch it, then don't watch it. But I'm going to teach you survival skills in case one day you're out there in the woods and you need to find some way to feed yourself or your family. Might get stranded on a deserted island or some parts of the woods somewhere. You'll know how to catch and kill these things and how to clean it and eat it for protein for your body, which you need for survival. First step, we're going to lay it down. And this camera's going to be kind of hard, guys, because the way I got an angle. But what I'm going to do is show you when I'm picking it up. The process is called peeling, skinning. Here's the back of the hair right here. Here's a knife. If you didn't have a knife and you're just out there somewhere, then you have to just take and just roughly just kind of like just start peeling. But I got a tendency. Oh, sorry guys, the camera just fell. But here, let's do it this way. There we go. I normally, if you don't, then you can have to just start using your hand and peel it this way. It's easier if you just have a knife and you're able to do it. Let's see, get this camera just right again, guys. Just like this. See how easy that comes off? And once you got it like that, you can take and just go strictly just boom. As you see, this is the skin, the hide, what they call the fur, some say. You know, you see some of these women walk around here, some of them they got fur on their necks and all that. It's either fox or rabbit. This is what it is. Sometimes they may have a possum around their neck. But anyway, let's get back to this here. See? Pull and skin. Like I said, guys, if you're ever out there and you need to survive, this is the way to do it. Pull from the head, and normally you're going to wrap this around the head area. Get as much as off that you can, which is here. The legs, of course. It's almost like you just undressing them, in a sense. And we're going to get to the part after this where it's going to get the more technical issue of how to really take the guts out, what we call. But this is the process right here you want to do first and foremost. And the process really should take you no more than maybe, I say for a beginner, maybe you might look at it maybe about 25 to 30 minutes. But in this case here, I may be a little bit surpass that because of the fact I'm videotaping and showing you, but I'm able to get this stuff done in no time, really. Within a 5 to 10 minutes is my scheduled time to get this stuff done, because I've had to learn how to do it myself. When I first started hunting, it was trial and error. Believe me, I didn't want to touch it. I was afraid. I was a child. But you got a tendency when you bring a rabbit home that hadn't been cleaned, nobody was going to help you do it. Guess what? My grandfather sat me in his garage, well, his actually the utility room, and he was like, "This is what you got to do here." He was limited to showing me, so my grandmother finished up, and she went through that thing in no time, and I was impressed. So wow! Now I knew if she can do it, I can do it. How many of you guys got that kind of competitive edge to you? If a woman can do it, then you can do it. Not the women bash, because you ladies are great at what you do, so we need you. But anyways, here we go. All right. I'm going to take this hair and I'm going to make a little fur something out of it and give it to my wife Janice and let her know I went and spent a lot of money for it. She's not going to have any idea to this rabbit, right? Although it's been videotaped. Okay, enough of these corny jokes. Let's get down to business here. All right. And you're not going to get all the hair off of, but a good majority of it. The rest you're going to have to take and soak this into the water and take it, it'll fall right off, just like butter. It comes right off. It's amazing how the skin texture of an animal is, a rabbit is, compared to our skin texture, that once you put it in water, it's going to take and just fall right off with ease. Okay, now the part of the cleaning aspect. What we're going to do, you got the bottom part here, which we consider to be near the penis area or vagina area of it, whichever sex the rabbit is. You're gonna have to take this now, get a knife, like I said, a sharp knife. You're gonna come up. You got it's an outline here on the belly. You can't see it from here unless I get close up the camera. But you're gonna take and come right up here, just about to that neck part, to that cavity part right here. And you're gonna really have to start, just get in there, break the little bone out right here. This is the gutting. And there you go, the gut sacs open up. Here's for the camera, see? Then you just take and just come on out with it. A lot of guys like to stick their hand in and, you know, grab it out, which is okay. I'm home, so I normally would do that because I have water to wash my hand. Just come out here. You can't be afraid, guys. Just got to get in here and just get it done. Get her done. That's the old slogan. Get her done. And pretty much this is just a very clean, fresh rabbit, just killed. And this is some good eating. And I normally take my knife from this point on and get the fine printings out of it, which we call the inner lining of the belly and the gut area, which has a sac itself that holds a lot of the contemporary fluids and so forth of any animal, whatever you're killing, the sex of it, whatever. I take what we call the extra flap off of it, which this is not edible here. I know if you're making rabbit stew or rabbit soup or whatever, some of the guys got a tendency they want to put this in there for flavoring. But I tell you what, it's enough flavoring for me as it is, so I just leave that alone and not put it in mine. A lot of people say, "Oh God, how can you do this?" But guess what? This is the #1 product that's sold in the Whole Foods area of Whole Foods, the grocery store itself, because they sell exotic animal type meat, ostrich, boar's, like what they call the boar's head meat, not the boar's head you get out of the store as far as your lunch meat, but like actual boar itself that they take and get from a farm animal out of Wyoming that they kill, or a bison, some will call it. So once you got all of this out of here, you got your rabbit clean pretty much. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. You're gonna go down for the head part. And the head part is a very simple process as well. You hold it here, you gotta go here, and you just cut down on it, just like that. That easy, there's your head. Legs, I normally cut them at an angle here. This is technically called breaking the shin. Sometimes she can be a little tough, but once you get it, you got it, you know. But I got a tendency, I don't want to leave it up there unless I got somebody who's looking to buy it from me, that I want to make sure they know that it is rabbit, it's not a cat that I clean and try to give to them. Because, you know, the cat and a rabbit had the same body function, same body outline, same body style, and similarities is very, very to the point to where it's 99.9%. If it was give a paternity test, that's what it would say. 99.9%. You are the father, as Maury Povers would say. Having a little tough one here with this leg here, but we're gonna get her though. There we go. There we go. Hit the wrong joint. Turn it around, flip it around. Do the same thing, vice versa, for the back legs. And once again, here we are with the hair that's coming off the hind part, what we call the hind parts area of the rabbit, which I do anyways. Some other people got different names they call it, tailbone, whatever. I call it hind parts. That's what my grandma used to say. Boy, I'm gonna tear your hind parts up. You don't go sit down somewhere. My knife is not as sharp today as I thought it was, but it's okay. Because now what we're going to do is cut off the wing, what we call the wing again. That's that extra flab. That does you no good unless, like I said, some old timers love it for the, because they want to take and flavor their, as they say, they beat their rabbit stew. But I'm just as fine without it, to be honest with you. There we go. Break that leg off. Cut it. Bam. This one here, I got to pull some more hair back off of it, as you can see. I hope you guys can see this because the angle of this camera, my phone is not the greatest, but I just want to give you a general idea in case you ever get stranded and you're in the woods. You'll know how to feed your family or yourself, because it's very important to know how to get out here and you know, to take the nature of an animal, know their characteristics, how to get them, how to hunt them, how to kill them, and then how to clean them, and for your human consumption. And this is at least the last part I like to say, the tail. That's the tail right here, folks. The tailbone, hind parts, whatever you want to call it. But this is what it is right here. You know, often people said, oh, I want to keep, bring the tail. I remember my little cousin used to always say, can you bring me the tail back? Or give me the foot. I said, why you want the rabbit foot for? They wanted to keep the rabbit foot. Oh, it's good luck. I said, well, obviously this rabbit wasn't lucky. If I'm taking, cleaning him and cutting his foot off, he didn't make it. I wouldn't want that one. Lucky rabbit foot. Wow. Isn't that superstitious? No such thing. No such thing, folks. Wow, he's got a tough honey here. My grandma used to say when it was tough to get off, boy, he was a hard-headed rabbit. And there you go, folks. This rabbit here was very, very